And we'll now wrap up this hour with this week's ASEAN highlights. Let's see what our news team has in store for us this week.
On ASEAN Highlight this week, we count down to the election in Thailand as the polling booth will be open tomorrow morning across the kingdom.
Election Commissioner Prapannayi Kowit and Suthiphon Thavichaikarn on Thursday opened a training session on the July 3 election for representatives and observers from other countries and international organizations. Participants come from 11 countries including Australia, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Korea, Malaysia, the Maldives, Nepal, Switzerland and Japan. Mr. Suthiphon said that foreign observers were invited to inspect the July 3 election to prove that the election in Thailand met international standards and that the EC was confident the observers would experience a fair and transparent election. The EC will bring foreign observers to witness vote campaigns by MP candidates, including vote counts. It believes the observation will benefit all parties. Mr. Prapan said that the United Nations wanted the election in Thailand to be fair and encouraged international authorities to exchange their experiences on election organization. The EC expects recommendations and cooperation from all parties so that this election will be recognized. Besides foreign observers, the EC also allows representatives of Thai political parties to observe the election organization as well.
One of the immediate issues that the next Thai government, whoever it may be, need to deal with is the ongoing political tension with Cambodia, which this week took a new turn as Thailand withdrew itself from the World Heritage Convention and Committee last Sunday. Thailand's withdrawal from the World Heritage Convention and the World Heritage Committee last Sunday came during a Paris meeting after an agreement was reached by the committee that the proposed management plan of the ancient Hindu temple would be included in the meeting's agenda. The Thai government representative said that the decision is aimed at protecting Thailand's national interests and sovereignty because the management plan unilaterally proposed by Phnom Penh goes through the disputed territory yet to be demarcated by the two sides. The Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, Irina Bokova, expresses concern over Bangkok's withdrawal from the committee, while Prime Minister Papisit Vejjajiva said on Tuesday that it is up to the next government to decide whether it is in Thailand's interest to rejoin the World Heritage Convention. Troops on both sides of the border were put on alert over the week as rumors of armed clashes spread in both countries after Bangkok's decision. It remained to be seen how the dispute over the 900-year-old temple will be resolved after the Thai election and whether fresh military clashes will erupt again along the Thai-Cambodian border. At least 20 people have died in clashes erupted over the border tension and the temple dispute since 2008. This week, supporters of Myanmar pro-democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi anticipate the 66-year-old Nobel laureate to travel outside of Yangon for the first time after being released from her house arrest. Aung San Suu Kyi, who this week met with Japan's Parliamentary Vice Foreign Minister Makiko Kikuta at the headquarters of the disbanded National League for Democracy in Yangon, vowed in a BBC lecture on Tuesday that the Burmese are excited by the Arab Spring and the struggle for freedom by the people in the Middle East. Her spokesperson also announced during the week that the Nobel laureate will be traveling into the countryside for the first time since her release from house arrest last November. She will firstly make a private 4-day trip to the ancient city of Bagan with her son Kim Aris, who is visiting her from Britain. Then she is expected to visit her supporters around the country in a move that state media warn could trigger riots. The last time Suu Kyi toured the country was in 2003 when she was detained and placed under house arrest by the junta. We wrap up this edition of ASEAN Highlight by looking at the last train trip of the Malayan railway train, which left Tanjong Pagar in Singapore on Thursday night this week, bringing an end to a historic chapter of this rail link.
The train, serving both Malaysia and Singapore and have bridged their peoples for the past 79 years, was driven for the last time out of the station by Johor ruler Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar at 11 p.m. local time on Thursday, carrying more than 500 passengers on its coaches. The station was not only swamped with people from as early as 6 a.m. Certain stretches of the 20-kilometer railway track from Woodsland in northern Singapore to Tanjong Pagar in the south were also surrounded by people armed with cameras and camcorders who positioned themselves at various vantage points to take their last snaps of the passing KTMB trains. The last Kuala Lumpur-Singapore train, Express Sinaran, which left KL Central at 9 a.m. local time, reached Tanjong Pagar at 6 p.m. local time. While the last northbound passenger train, Express Senandong Sutera, departed Tanjong Pagar at 10 p.m. local time. And tickets for all the 7 train services departing from the Tanjong Pagar station on Thursday were sold out. The handing over of the Tanjong Pagar station, built in 1932, follows an agreement made between Singapore and Malaysia last year, which includes Singapore taking possession of KTM land. In return, Malaysia was offered 60% control of projects developed at prime land parcels around Marina Bay and Ophir Rocher. Meanwhile, KTMB will introduce a new package to attract tourists to use its services to the Republic. The package is not only intended to attract Malaysian tourists to Singapore, but also to lure Singaporean tourists to buy the attractive packages under rail tourism promoted by Malaysia. ASEAN TV news team of Thai News Agency reporting for ASEAN TV.
That's it for this edition of ASEAN Highlight, and on behalf of the ASEAN News Desk here at Thai News Agency, I hope you all have a lovely weekend and Swadee krap.